What's going on, people? Just want to share a quick dream I had. Now, it's been a while since I talked about any dreams on this channel, and I've been dreaming quite strange lately. Of course, all my dreams are strange, and I always say that, but for example, one dream I had last week was, and I can't remember all the details, and that's probably why I really didn't make a video, because I couldn't really remember all the details. But the one dream I had this week, maybe a few days ago, was I was in this certain area here, and this white dude walked up to me, and he had a box full of, wow, it's interesting. He had a box full of what looked to be skulls, and they were little tiny skulls. So now to think about it, these could have been the skulls of children or babies that's being murdered, okay? But he had a box of skulls and bones. I mean, looked like, now to think about it, it was baby bones, man, just bones and skulls. And he walked up to me, and he had this box, and he was holding it like this. And I had asked him what it was. And you know, you ever see a box of seashells? Like when we were little, we collected seashells and things like that. Well, it was like seashells. He had them in this box, and the guy looked at quite possessed or demonic or something like that. You know, he looked like he had scars on his face, and he didn't look like he was all there. But he had this box full of bones and skulls, but they were babies, you know. And I know that there's people out there that's going to turn that into skulls and bones, and you have every right to, because right now, as of right now, I really don't have a meaning for this video. I have no idea, or that dream, I have no idea why I dreamt about that. And there's other, you know, parts to that dream, but I just can't remember them. It's almost like I can see it, but it's not too clear, okay? But it was a quite weird dream. Now, the dream I had last night, which is the purpose of this video, was the scene looked like I was in Midtown Manhattan. Looked like I was in Times Square, okay? But it wasn't Times Square. But then it looked like it was on North Salina Street here in Syracuse. But it wasn't North Salina Street, because the North Salina Street here does not have traffic like Times Square have. And I seen, you know, New York City taxis. I seen the traffic and things like that. But it looked like Times Square, but the location didn't look like it was Times Square. It looked like it was North Salina Street here in Syracuse, if you guys can really understand what I'm saying. But the part of the dream that I remember the clearest is I was sitting on the curb. I sat on the curb of the road. I sat on the curb, and I was tying my sneaker, right? Because I had put an ankle brace on my feet, and I was put my feet in the sneakers, and I was tying them. Well, while I was tying my sneakers, this cop car drives up. It had two white cops in it. One cop had his arm out the window, and they were saying some crazy things to me. I can't really quite remember what the cop was saying, but the things that he was saying to me seemed quite racist. And so what the cop that was driving, what he did was, he actually slightly turned into where I was. I was sitting right on the curb. I wasn't in the road. My feet wasn't in the road, but it was like right at the curb. And he kind of like turned the car slightly over toward me and ran over my feet. I mean, he was like close. It was like a slow thing where all the pressure of the tires on the car like just went down on my feet, and I yelled out, right? And they were laughing. And after the cop drove by, I stood up, and in my mind I was thinking that you're going to get what's coming to you. What's coming to you is going to come to you, whatever, right? Whatever that thought was, I can't remember things quite clearly. But when I walked away from the curb, it's like the cop car was standing still, and both of these cops inside this car was slumped over, bloody, and dead where it looked like somebody had put a bullet in their brain. Okay, now the person that put the bullet in the cop's brain, or the ones that killed the cop, was a white dude. So it was like the white dude in the dream took revenge for me. In other words, the cop did that to me, but then this white dude, which I don't know if he was a serial killer or what, but the white dude killed the two cops, right? And they were looking for the white dude, so the white dude did what he had to do, and he got out of Dodge, right? But he killed the two cops because the two cops ran over my foot and was laughing, right? So I don't know what to make of that dream. I really don't know what to make of the dream, and I know there's people that's going to comment and going to put their 2 cents in, but, you know, again, that's your 2 cents. It doesn't make the dream or your interpretation correct. But your interpretations or your comments are welcome. So what do you guys think of those two dreams? You know, the first dream is like, I can still see this dude walking up to me with this box full of bones. They were real small, you know, and just as I mentioned it at the beginning of this video, then it came to my mind that this could have been children, you know, or babies or something. But he had a box full of bones, and he looked weird, man, just demonic or robotic or whatever. But and then the dream I had last night of the cops running over my foot, but yet the white dude came to my defense, and he killed the white dudes. He killed these two cops. Okay, so feedback and tell me what you think. Subscribe, share this video if you like. Until next time, peace.